Howdy y'all, my name is Gretchen. I'm the Restless Thrifter and I'm coming to you without any makeup, bun hair, because this is the 30 minutes of my life when no one is home to bother me. If you record videos, you know it's sometimes hard to get that. That's not promising there won't be a million interruptions, but I'm bringing you my sales update for the week of October 1st through 7th, and it was a pretty okay week. It wasn't any record-breaking week. It was just a good average week. I will give you all the totals and everything at the end, but I'll first go over 3 categories, and that is my top 10 sales by profit, fast flips, anything that sold within 14 days or less, and bad buys, anything that I probably shouldn't have listed for some reason or another. And I will also tell you how many days everything took to sell, what platform it sold on. I sell on eBay, Poshmark, and Mercari. And the price sold, the cost of goods, and the profit. So the true profit after fees and shipping expenses and anything that goes into my bank account. One thing it doesn't include is taxes that have to come out of that for income taxes, but it does give you an idea of what you can do if you have a part-time reselling business like I do. And right now I am down in Texas in the Dallas area taking care of family. My mom is in hospice and I'm helping my dad and just being there for my mom while I can. But I live in Colorado, so when I tell you where I've bought things, sometimes it'll be Denver, sometimes it'll be Dallas, and that's why. But I did move my business down here. Okay, we'll go ahead and get started. The first item is actually a bundle of items that sold on Poshmark same day. And these are 2 pairs of 7 for All Mankind dojo jeans. They were actually purchased by another reseller who sells dojos for over $100 a pair. So she got a great deal. I still made money, but when I went to go look at her closet, I was like, oh, I'm really pricing these too low. And I took an offer that was even lower and I felt kind of stupid, but you know what? I'm making money. It's going quickly out of my house and she's going to have a good deal too. So there really isn't anything wrong with anything that happened in that transaction. I just felt a little stupid. But the title of the first one was 7 for All Mankind, size 29 dojo flip-flop jeans, flare dark wash white stitch. Now dojos usually have the 7 on the back of the pocket. You can identify them that way. And they're almost always flares, although I do believe I've seen some dojos that are not flares, or the width of the flare varies on them. Some are really bell-bottomy and others aren't. These were just a flare. And the other title was 7 for All Mankind, size 31 dojo jeans, flare leg medium wash denim stretch. Like I said, same day on Poshmark. They sold for $35 each. My cost of goods was higher. It was $11.37 each, and my profit was $16.63 each. So altogether, $33.26 was my profit for that bundle. And, you know, I'm not mad about it, but I am also like, for next time, maybe I'll try to get a little bit more. Even if I'd gotten them for $50 a piece from her, that would have been a better deal for me and still a good deal for her since she somehow turns them for $100 plus. The next item is a suede vest from Ziedler & Ziedler. It is vintage, and my title was Ziedler & Ziedler, size medium, suede leather vest, zip up, black western vintage. Really beautiful suede. It sold in one day on Mercari. It was through a customer offer and it sold for $27. I had paid $5.41 and my profit was $17.81. Next item is a dress from Soft Surroundings. Soft Surroundings, size large dress, Gemma, zip, long sleeve, pockets, blue, midi. And this also sold in one day, but it sold on eBay. It was a full price sale and it sold for $37.27. My cost of goods was $5.41 and my profit was $18.54. The dojos and that Soft Surroundings both came from a thrift store in, gosh, I don't think it's in Dallas. Maybe it's Capel. Anyway, the Dallas area called Pennies for Heaven. And they were having a $5 sale and they were only taking cash, which I happen to have. And it's a miracle because I never have cash. All right, the next sale was a lot. It was figs, size small, lot of 2, Casma, 3-pocket scrub tops, seal blue technical line. So it was 2 of the same top, same size. And this sold in 4 days on Mercari. Figs is a really popular brand of scrubs. They've got a lot of beautiful colors. This is just one of their standard colors that they sell. Some of the specialty colors can go for a lot more, but they still sell pretty quickly. And the customer accepted my offer of $32. My cost of goods for the 2 tops was $8.64, and my profit was $18.93. Picked it up at a Goodwill in Louisville. Next item is a bins item. It is a pair of Puma golf pants, size waist 34, length 32, USP dry plaid tartan white multicolor moisture wick. This sold in 6 days on eBay. Customer accepted my offer of $31. I had paid $2 was my average cost of goods that day at the bins. I think I rounded up. It was $1.98 or something. I don't know. I just rounded up. My profit was $19.81. Those pants actually had a 57% sell-through rate. That was quite a surprise, but they were pretty cool. Another soft surroundings item, a soft surroundings size medium linen tunic top, zip front embroidered cover up. This sold in 10 days on eBay. Customer accepted my offer, and that offer was $44.51. That includes the cost of shipping on eBay. I had paid $10.83, a little high, but it worked out for me. And I made $22.81. Everything I've mentioned so far is something that sold in less than 2 weeks. Pretty awesome. This next item, however, took a little longer, but it is a little more unique. It is a layers clothing, size small, embroidered jean jacket, shacket, ruffle, floral, Mexico. And it sold in 62 days on eBay. It was a full price sale, but it was a full price sale a couple weeks after relisting. So relist your stuff. Tweak your listings if you need to. I always drop about $1. You know, sometimes I'll drop more if I look at comps and they're just not indicating that, you know, my price should be that high. Sometimes I'll raise them. But I usually just knock it down $1 just cause, and it helped. Sold for $42.49 on eBay. I had paid $5.40 at a Thrift Giant. I think it was the one in Louisville. And my profit was $25.53. I just thought this was a really cute style. It kind of reminded me of that punchy Western style. Next item, Indigo Moon plus size 1X jacket tee set, embroidered floral 2-piece art to wear. Thank goodness this sold and somebody paid for it, because this is sold twice. Actually, I think 3 times. Once to someone who didn't pay and twice to someone else who didn't pay both times. I've since blocked her on eBay so that she can no longer try to buy things and hold them hostage for 5 days. And then I release the hostage and she takes it hostage again. 58 days to sell on Poshmark through a Posher VA offer with discounted shipping. It was a new with tags set. It was great. Sold for $52. I had paid $8.11 and my profit was $30.81. I picked up 2 Indigo Moon QVC jackets when I was at the store that had a ton of them. And I only picked up 2 because I didn't know how well they were going to do. It looked like they were selling, but I didn't want to, you know, grab 12 of them and then be stuck with lemons. And now I wish I bought more because both of them sold fairly quickly. But I will know for next time. And of course, still look it up because you never know, things change. And my second best item was this J. Crew size medium cardigan, 100% cashmere, hand dip dyed ribbed sweater recent. This was just from last fall, and it took 15 days to sell on eBay. It was a full price sale, but it also sold through promoted listings, so a little extra fees came out. Sold for $66.36. I had paid 88 cents because this was a Denver Benz find. Hi Chelsea, remember when I picked this up? And I made $42.26. And then my last top of the top 10, my very best sale, was also a Benz find at the Denver Benz when I went with my friend Chelsea. She is also a reseller. And it is this vintage LL Bean, size large, goose down coat, olive corduroy collar, long puffer jacket. It was pretty cool. And thank you, Steven, my husband, for finding this for me. He said he had seen a couple of people pick it up and put it back, but he thought it was pretty cool. It only had a little discoloration like on the sleeves, and it was pretty cool. So it took 5 days to sell, sold on Poshmark through a customer offer, counter offer. We went back and forth. I think I had this listed for $125 originally, and she had received a Posher VA offer from me. It would have been 20% off, I think. And then she sent me an offer for 50, I think. Yes, 50. And I was like, nah, it's too low. So we countered back and forth, and she got up to 80. I accepted it. Again, I had paid 88 cents, and my profit was $63.12. All right, I got through all of those without an interruption. Let's try for the next category, fast flips. Just 3, because a lot of my top 10 were fast flips. So the other things that sold in less than 14 days are this Pendleton size 10 authentic Murray dress tartan plaid pencil skirt vintage flaws. And I put flaws in all caps at the end because it did have several moth holes. I didn't want someone to overlook that. And I listed it low and took a low offer. But I did counter because their first offer was $2.50. And I'm not even gonna get out of bed to package an item for that. So it sold in 14 days on eBay. The customer count offered $2.50. I countered with 8. She accepted. So total cost was $13.57. I had paid $2.16. Obviously didn't see the flaws when I picked this up. And so I made $5.18. I picked this up at a place called Super Thrift City in Louisville. That's the same place where I got those Indigo Moon jackets too. All right, next fast flip is this Disney Villains Advent Calendar, 13 Frights of Halloween, Inside Editions 2021. Sold in 6 days on Mercari through a customer offer of $10. I had paid about $1, probably less. And my profit was $7.41. Super easy to list, and it was brand new, and it was cute. I love Disney. I love the villains. I love Halloween, so it was a great thing to save. And my last fast flip is this pair of Johnston & Murphy men's size 13 Chukka ankle boots, brown leather memory foam. Sold in 5 days on eBay through a customer offer. I probably could have gotten a little bit more, but it did sell for $46.34. I had paid $9.73, and my profit was $13.26. The average ASP was $33.23, and the offer before shipping was $30. So it's about right. Okay, the last category are the bad buys, and I'm going to mention 6 things. Debatable always whether they're bad buys, and some things are only bad buys for a certain reason. And the first one is this Taylor light yellow linen ruffle neck size 6 lined sheath work career dress. It was new with tags. It took 324 days to sell on Poshmark. Sold through a customer offer just a few weeks after relisting. So again, relist your things. I don't think this brand is very popular, even though it is a good brand. I don't think this color is for everyone. It was sort of a chartreusey yellow, a little bit. And, it's got the ruffles. I just think overall it wasn't really popular. Sold for $19. I'd paid $2.72, and my profit was $12.48. The next item is another thing that I wouldn't have thought would end up on the bad buy list, but it took 353 days to sell on eBay, and it is this Disney Pixar Coco size extra small moto jacket, crushed velvet embroidered Day of the Dead. I thought it was really cute. Again, Disney. And it wasn't didn't scream Disney Pixar Coco, it just was inspired by. And it sold through a 30% off sale and through promoted listings. Sold for $23.70. I had paid $4.35, and I only made $5.23. Yeah, I don't want things hanging around in my house for almost a year. I really don't. I don't have that much space. Next bad buy is this vintage 60s, 70s Schrader Sport Petites wool pleated plaid knee length skirt. I love vintage, and I love these vintage wool pleated skirts, but this one did have some flaws, and it was just not a brand that people were familiar with, like Pendleton. So I did let it go for low. It took 271 days to sell on eBay through a customer offer of $14.32. I had paid $5.17 and my profit was $2.82. It was actually the same buyer who bought the Pendleton Authentic Murray plaid skirt. They had sent me an offer for another Pendleton skirt that was pretty low. That one doesn't have any flaws. I'm hanging on to it for more, and it actually already sold for more. So I'm glad I didn't take that lower offer on it. The next item is only a bad buy because I paid too much. I was not paying attention when I was at the thrift. It's possible this was 50% off, but I think I picked this up for $13.98. And that's too much for a bra. It's a Cassique size 44 Triple D bra, lightly lined balconette, houndstooth lace detail push-up. Really cute bra. I do like to pick up the larger sizes. Those seem to be in higher demand online because you don't find them inside stores. And it's sold in 66 days on eBay through a customer offer and promoted listings. But I didn't make any money. I made negative $2.92 because after the $22.39 sale and all the fees and everything, and I had paid $13.98, I just didn't make any money. So my mistake. I would totally pick up this bra again for a couple of bucks. Next to last item in the bad buys is this Star Wars. Okay, stop. These next two are both Halloween costumes. They're both new in the bag, and I have like a dozen Halloween costumes that didn't sell last year, and a couple have sold this year, but I think I'm gonna go out of the Halloween costume business. I only paid $1.08 for each of these, but still, I don't wanna be toting them around for too long. So this one took 345 days to sell on Poshmark. It is a BB-8 size 4T Disney Star Wars toddler BB-8 droid robot Halloween costume. Sold through a customer offer of $12. I'd paid $1.08, so my profit was $7.97. None of that is bad. I just don't want to be hanging around, having costumes hang around for too long. And I don't really have my finger on the pulse of kids wear, and what's cool with the children. So BB-8 though, come on, can't go wrong with that. And then the next one was this Fire Woman size medium/large 8 to 12 sexy Halloween costume fireman adult. 348 days to sell on Poshmark through a customer offer of $9. I made $4.97. I had 30 sales this week of October 1st through 7th. My average days to sell was 85. That's right in line where I want it to be, less than 3 months, and that inventory's out of there. I love it. My total revenue was $909.50, and my total profit, so after cost of goods, after fees and shipping expenses, was $446.69. Then I like to give you the averages of those two, just so you have an idea of per item. Average sales price was $30.32. Average cost of goods per item was $4.85. I do want that to be under $5, even lower is better. And then my average profit per item, so each thing that went out my door, each of those 30 items, was $14.89. I am okay with that, again, for an average week. Not all weeks can be super duper high. I didn't have any super duper high sales. Although that vintage LL Bean and that J. Crew cashmere sweater, those were pretty dang good, as I knew they would be, because when I looked them up at the bins, I knew I was picking up some good things. That is everything. I am a little sorry this was a little later than usual. In fact, I don't even know when I'll be able to have time to edit and get this posted, so it may be way late, which means the week after may be way late, but you guys, if you're watching me, you know what I'm going through, and so it is what it is. I have been listing every day, even if it is only relisting some items, which I can do quickly through Vendu. You just keep listing. I think there's one more.